Hello Internet, Austin Smith here with another knife review, this time of the Victorinox Pocket Pal Swiss Army knife. Take a look at the packaging real quick. The package is just a blister pack. This is the store package. I believe they come in boxes. Generally, if you get them online, I believe most Swiss Army knives come in boxes from online and blister packs in the store. The knife would just be sitting in there. It's got two functions, which are both knives, so it's one of the simplest Victorinox knives that you can get. It's not really a multi-tool like most of the other ones. It is just a pocket knife. You get the history of Victorinox and a diagram of what the knife does. You have a large blade and a small blade, and then you have your proof of purchase. Anyway, the package is particularly uninteresting. It's really just a generic package that they put all their different, or package format that they put all the different knives into, so let's put that off to the side and look at the Pocket Pal itself. It is one of the thinnest Victorinox knives. There are only a few I can think of that are thinner, and one of them is just a different version of this knife, the Secretary, which has metal scales, aluminum scales, that are much thinner than these plastic scales. And then there's a couple single-bladed versions, I believe, that are technically thinner. Although you don't see those very often. You can see here's a nice Victorinox shield. Eventually that does wear off. I do have one where it did wear off, but it is fairly solid. I have used this in my pocket. You might be able to see the scratches on it. It does scratch very easily. It looks very nice right out of the package, and you put it in your pocket once and it gets covered in scratches, which isn't a big deal. It's a pocket knife and it's meant to be used, but just be aware of that. It stops looking nice pretty fast, although, I mean, it still looks nice from a distance, but it stops looking nice up close. The blade is nicely polished there. You have the standard Victorinox Switzerland stainless steel. It says stainless rust-free, and rust-free is German for rust-free, of course. It says that on a lot of knives now, probably because of companies like Victorinox from Europe that said that, and so Chinese knives started putting it on them. The small blade doesn't say anything. It's very tiny. I actually haven't used this blade. I've opened it a few times, but I have not used it. The detent is really nice. It almost has a half stop, but it doesn't really. It clicks into place really nice, so it's not gonna open accidentally on you. You definitely can't throw that out. The back spring is super strong, got a nice click in both directions. I really love it. I have an older one of these that my brother had, like I say, that has the logo worn off of it, but it still says Victorinox on it, so I know it is genuine, or at least I believe it is genuine. And the spring on it is still very strong. It's not as strong as the brand new one, and that's just super satisfying to open and close. The steel is not the greatest quality steel. It takes a very good edge, but it is not the best at retention. But I have used it a few times, and I have not sharpened it since I got it. And you can see if it cuts paper. Here's a bit of a receipt, which is a bit harder to cut than regular paper. There we go. So there's a little bit down at the bottom here that is a little bit duller than the top. So as you can see, there's a couple nice cuts and then a tear. So there we go. See, the middle of the blade is still pretty sharp. The base of the blade, though, I have just used a bit more, and so it is not as sharp. So the edge retention is not the greatest, but it's fairly good, and it comes really sharp out of the box. Really nice. Like I say, I have not used the smaller blade. I don't really see the need. I mean, this knife is thin enough that it might as well just be one blade. It fits super nice in almost any pocket. It just disappears. It's a very light knife. I really do enjoy it. It is, of course, not a knife with an easy flip out mechanism. It does have the nail nick. It is a slip joint, so it's not the most tactical, not the easiest to get out or to slip back into the pocket, but it does do the job very well. And if you just need a light duty pocket knife, if you're occasionally using the knife, It is definitely one of the best and least expensive to go with. It's easy to replace, easy to find, and super durable for the price. The quality is super good. Victorinox makes great knives, and like I say, for the price, it is a wonderful knife. It is not the best knife in the world by far, and it is only just a couple blades. Doesn't have any other additional features or anything. One of the simplest models they make. But it's a very good knife, and if, like I say, if all you're doing is occasionally cutting something, it's a very good option, very inexpensive, and I would definitely recommend it for that. Bye!